Hi everyone, this is Ness Signature. Today's tutorial is a continuation of our previous tutorial. In our previous tutorial, I taught how to draft and cut this beautiful back waistline gathered gown. If you are yet to watch that video, go to my channel and you'll see it. Or you can check the comment section or the description box. That's where I'm going to drop the link to the tutorial. So let's continue from where we stopped. In our previous class, I taught you how to cut the facing for this um, gown. You can use bias if you don't want to use facing. You don't want to use fabric to turn the neckline. You can also cut lining. It all depends on your fabric to just line the full gown. It all depends on the type of lining and what your clients want. So I'll go ahead and sew them together, right side facing right side. So I'll also do same to the back. Okay, so I'll place the facing on the back, right side facing right side. I'll sew the neck like so with just a quarter an inch, and I'm going to show you how it looks after sewing this. So after sewing, this is how it looks. It looks relaxing at this side when you have not torn it, but if you should turn it like that, it's not going to relax. So what you need now is to notch the neck line. Okay, so this is the back, can you see? And I also sew the other side of the back. Like I told you, this video is beginner friendly. So instead of turning, let's go and notch the neckline. So cut out every thread that is dangling, then go ahead and notch like so. So you can see how I'm notching it. I'm notching it close to the thread. I am not cutting the thread that I use in joining both piece together. So I'm just cutting through the fabric a little bit close to where the thread is that I use in joining both. So after notching, you can now turn and iron and it will relax perfectly on each other. So without even ironing, you can see that the notching has helped me turn the neck, and the neck is coming out well. So it is just for me to go and give it a good press. So I will do the same for the back neckline also. So I will join the side. I'm going to sew the side so that it will not dangle and be giving problem while joining back and front together. So like I told you, I will do same for the back and join the side also. So before we go and sew the side, I just want to show you something. If it is an adult dress, you can now go and fix your dart. Your dart start from 10 in your bust point to like 10 inches downward. Okay, so you can do that for your front. Use your nipple to nipple measurement. Just fold your fabric into two. That's your front pattern into two. Mark out your nipple to nipple measurement starting from the bust point. Then you can now hold it down, okay, with just half an inch, or it's half an inch is better unless you want to use 1 inch, but half an inch is better. Okay, so what I'm going to do right away now is to join the shoulder together, and because this is a child's dress, I'm not going to put that. That's why I didn't put that on my own. That's why I explained how to do the adult on. So if it's the adult, like I told you, just go ahead and fix your dart for the front and for the back. So I'll go straight away to joining the shoulders together, since I don't have any dart to take away from this dress. What you will do now is to place the fabric, that's the back part, right side facing right side of the front. Ensure right side is facing right side, and that particular side of the back is the side that is supposed to face that side of the front. I hope you understand. So just place it like so. Ensure that you separate the facing and the fabric. Okay, all your lining and your fabric, you spread it like so as shown in the video. Then place it on the front piece, also spreading the front piece the way you spread the back. Then go ahead and join at the shoulder. In this joining of the shoulder, it is going to give you a very neat finishing. Please watch the video very well. So I will do the same to the other end. Can you see this is the wrong side of the cloth, not the right side? Can you see that the shoulder is, and the shoulder joining is not showing? Can you see? Very neat. Okay, so just go ahead and do yours. Let me know in the comment section if you were able to achieve this neat finishing for the shoulder joining. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do now is just to fix my zipper. So go ahead and fix your zipper after joining the back a little with maybe 2 inches or 3 inches. Okay, I have a video on how to sew, use your ordinary zipper and sew it as if it's a ready-made zip, or invisible zipper. Invisible zipper, not ready-made zip, invisible zipper. Okay, so there's a video on how to achieve that, so I'll drop it in the comment section also. So I'll fix my zip now and show you how it looks. Okay, so I have fixed my zipper. Can you see how it looks? And I also join the side. Okay, I join the side also. It is very easy. Just face right side, facing right side. Then you can go ahead and um sew with the sewing allowance, same allowance that you added while cutting your dress. Okay, so I went ahead to join it at the side also. So the next thing I'm going to do now, we are going to attach the bottom part of it. If you watch the first video, I told you this dress is of 2 segments. Okay, so we only deal with the front and the upper part of the dress in the first part of this video. So in this second part, we are going to attach the second part of the dress. Okay, so what we cut in that previous one, we are going to minus it from the initial length that you have. So for example, the length of your dress is 36 and maybe the upper part you use 20 inches. That means you are going to cut you are going to add your 16 inches to it. So there's also another thing you need to take note here. It's a back waistline, so instead of using the middle part, use the side. If you use the middle part to go and cut, for example, the 16, you have a problem. So now you just measure the side. So the side will not fall at 20 the way the middle part fall at 20. So maybe the side will be at 15. So just go ahead and add and minus the 15 from your 36 inches. I hope you understand. That's what I did here. Ensure it is the side. Do not measure the middle, because the middle is longer than the side. So that with the measurement we have gotten, I'm going to use to cut a very wide fabric. Okay, long fabric and wide fabric for us to gather at the waist line or the back's curve or back shape path. Okay, so what I will do right away now, I've cut it and I have to turn to the right side so that you'll be able to see it. So the next thing, I'm going to pleat the piece on the fabric, right side facing right side. So ensure you split the fabric into 2. Okay, so you have the back part 1 and the front part 1. Then another thing, you have to lose the I have joined the side of the upper part of the dress, so I have to lose a little bit for me to join the this gather that this fabric I'm going to gather at the waist line. Okay, so I'll go ahead and pleat like so. Can you see? Just pick it little by little, little by little. Just be patient. Then another method that will be good, that you will be able to distribute the fabric evenly around the shape, is that you just notch this straight fabric, this fabric you want to gather, just notch it at the middle, then pin it to the middle of the dress. Okay, like so, like the back. Let me use the back for example. I'll pin it to the where I joined the back, or where I joined the zipper. Okay, so I'll just pin it there, so it will help me distribute the plate equally. One side pleat will not be bigger than the other. So I will do that for the front, and this is how it looks after pleating. Okay, so you have to have patience for the pleating. If you want to gather, you can go ahead and gather, use your gather footer. So this is how it looks on the outside. So after joining and after seeing everything, I will go ahead and trim off the excess allowance. Okay, so what I will do right away now is to put the fabric together, join the fabric together. You know, the backs, the middle part of the dress is a little bit longer because we use the side as our um measurement. So what we are going to do now is to trim everything so that it will be equal. So I'm just going to measure the 36 all the way around, all the whatever measurement that you took. I will just going to measure it all the way around after putting the fabric together, folding it together like so. Ensure that they are equal. If they are not equal and you went ahead to cut, it will give you problems. So then also arrange the gather at the bottom very well. So I'll go ahead and mark and also shape it well. So after cutting that, let us deal with our sleeve. Okay, so you can check my channel, my videos for how to cut basic sleeve. So go and watch it so that you'll be able to cut this sleeve. And the sleeve is also of two segments, so go ahead and cut your sleeve, and also attach. Then the other part is 360-degree and flare sleeve also at the bottom. So there's also a video on my channel on how to cut 360-degree flare, how to cut it. So do well to check the description box. So I'll be dropping the link and I'll be titling it. If you don't want to, you can go ahead and search my channel for the videos. So that's what I did, and this is our sleeve. So what I'm going to do now is to spread the sleeve open and attach my 360-degree flare. Okay, so what I will do is to pleat. If there's excesses, just go ahead and pleat. Okay, and just sew and join the side. Then you can go ahead and attach your sleeve to your dress, and that will be all for this tutorial. And this is our dress. It is really looking beautiful. Just imagine this on the little princess body. It's going to really come out beautiful. Thank you for watching this video till the end. If you have learned from this video or any of my video, please do well to click on subscribe button, turn on the notification bell so you get notified whenever I post video. For my old subscribers, I want to say thank you. See you in our next tutorial. Bye.